Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's been a grim couple of weeks, so instead of focusing on the news and doing something serious, talking about, the fact the law's no longer applied equally in the United Kingdom, or the staggering hypocrisy of the lunatics that run the world, I thought we'd talk about something fun, which is this. It's obviously a TikTok video. Everything that's completely deranged is on TikTok. And it is two body positivity activists talking about the woes of travelling. Definitely worth a watch, for no other reason than it will provide a perfect opportunity for puerile humour. I'll treat you to the first 10 seconds before we do the intro.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we think about if we need a second seat before we book a flight.
We're plus-size travellers. Of course they have to pry us off the airport snack bar like a big pink limpet. Okay, this is brilliant. It's full of the same trite, brain-dead buzzwords that all of these people like. Because they think using deliberately obscure language will make normal working class people say, whoa, these people are educated, I'd better not argue with them. And it doesn't. Normal people just look at them and go, that was just a word salad. What are you talking absolute bollocks for? Just listen to some of these ridiculous reasons they give for why they're the victims. Because they choose to eat nothing but mayonnaise straight from the jar with a spoon. Who's going first again? Was it obese weaponized soy or pudding woman with a head like a thumb with a face drawn on? Oh yeah, I think it's a. Come on then. Oh, have you just noticed? I've just noticed she's wearing what seems to be heels. I can only assume the heels are fashioned from the same substance that they used to graft onto Wolverine's skeletal system.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we think about if we need a second seat before we book a flight.
We're plus-size.
Expected to pay more just to travel comfortably. It's not my fault buffalo arse needs 2 seats, is it? What's that got to do with me? If me and my missus combine the weight of our luggage and it is less than your head, you should be paying more. Petrol's expensive.
Travelers, of course we ask for the seatbelt extender as soon as we board the flight.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we get dirty looks anytime we're traveling.
We're plus-size.
Yeah, because they're worried that they're not going to get anything to eat. They only bring like 400 bags of crisps on the plane. The kids like crisps. They look at you, quickly work out that you have to put your belt on with a boomerang and go, maybe the kids aren't getting any crisps today.
Travelers, of course society doesn't believe we deserve to travel.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use a tray table on a plane.
How do you think we fix this problem? There's a finite space on a plane as well. What do you want us to do about the tray table problem? Install some form of robotic android helper that can bring the tray table down from the ceiling from you? I don't understand. It just reminds me of the same bizarre, infantile feels before reels that all of these people seem to subscribe to. Like, I feel like something should happen, therefore make it happen. Miracle tray tables out of your arse. What you should be able to do is you should be able to press a button and a straw fires out the back of the seat in front, jams itself down the back of your throat like you're a French goose just about to have your liver turned into foie gras, and just belt feed you preheated liquidized chicken McNuggets for the whole flight. Yeah, do that. And the aerospace engineers might say, that's not possible, fatty, but I don't care. Just make it happen. You know how hard it is, the science involved to get 10 tons of steel into the sky and travelling at great speed? You can't just go, I'll tell you what, let's take a couple of engines out to make room for another 20 gallons of brownie batter or 50 extra seats or whatever. Everything has to be precision engineered. And you would think, like that bloke, you would think if you have a head like a 10-stone testicle, there'd be more space for brains in there, wouldn't you?
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to look through tons of pictures just to see if a place is plus-size friendly.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to walk sideways down the plane aisle to make sure we don't hit you with our ass.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to do hours of research just to go somewhere.
You can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably because when you consume enough calories to feed 30 men, you need 2 arseholes, mate. That's a medical diagnosis for anyone who saw your average calorific intake on a day would be surgically graft a second arse onto this man immediately.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we use apps like Seat Guru to navigate travel in a bigger body.
We're plus-size travelers.
There we go. That's the navigate travel in a bigger body. That's like the stuff they always come out with. Boring. That's why nobody likes these people. They're boring. If you sit down in a pub next to a bloke and he says, oh my God, I had a massive Barney at work the other day. Loads of blokes think I'm an arsehole. You go, oh, might be an interesting story here. When you sit next to some brain dead woke activist and they come out with the same buzzwords, the same shite. Oh, marginalised people, they don't see our bodies. Shut up. Just talk about something interesting. The primary reason I dislike these people isn't because of their ideology or the staggering hypocrisy. It's the fact that they're boring. You never get a good dit out of any of them, do you? They never tell you anything interesting. It's just like, I personally believe that marginalised peoples, as a result of the heteropatriarchy, nobody cares. Do something useful with your life. Christ on a bike. Please just stop boring me.
Of course we check the weight limits on like almost everything.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to worry about weight-based discrimination.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we bring compression socks on all of our trips.
Weight-based discrimination. We're plus-size travellers, we have to worry about weight-based discrimination. Let me ask you something. If we released a convicted kiddie fiddler from prison and made him walk around in a jumper all day that said on the front in big luminescent letters, I am a kiddie fiddler, do you think he might have to worry about kiddie fiddler-based discrimination? These discriminations are logical. Weight limits exist for a reason, because the engineers say if you exceed a certain weight, this thing won't work. And if you're talking about critical safety features, maybe you'll kill everyone. Limits in machinery and anything that's been engineered by humans generally limits donate something that if the limit is exceeded, bad things will happen. They don't make limits just to spite you. Like Elon Musk was bragging about his truck having virtually unlimited pulling power because it's designed so that doesn't have limits. He's not going to go, how much can this truck pull? And the engineer says, practically unlimited. And he'll say, I'll tell you what, just put 20 stone on so fatties can't get in it. That's not what engineers do. Limits exist for a reason. It's not my fault that when you walk into the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, Mr. Wang's wife bursts into tears and then phones the bank manager. It's not our fault. It's your fault. Nobody gets fat by accident. We all know what does it, right? We do. I'm heavier than I was when I left the car. It's my own fault. Should do more exercise. Should eat a bit better. There's not a single person on earth who's existing off celery and long walks and they just keep packing it on and they don't know why. It's you. The only person that controls what goes in your gob is you, mate. So instead of complaining about the limits of modern engineering, why don't you sort your own life out?
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't find our sizes in souvenir shops.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we get an extra pat down at security.
An extra pat down? No, that's not an extra pat down. It's because it takes an extra 3 pairs of hands and 20 minutes to actually check every fold on your body, you lunatic. And clothes, I guarantee they can get the clothes in some souvenir shops. For example, if they go to the circus, they could get a nice pair of star-spangled shorts that they usually attire the circus elephant in. Anyway, that was brilliant, wasn't it? I love this stuff. And it's all part of the plan. The globalist psychopaths that run the world want you to be fat and miserable. So they make excuses and almost praise and hold up fat, lazy people, and the mentally ill, and the sexually deviant, and the perennially lazy, and the stupid, and the lame, and the incompetent. They praise everybody that sucks the life out of society because they don't want fit, healthy, happy people. They want a compliant populace of big, fat, mentally ill, chronically depressed, sobbing losers who exist on benefits and live in council flats. So the second you say or do anything they disagree with, they can go, ooh, we might have to cut your donut supply next week, mate. If this keeps up, we might have to evict you. And then you'll go, ooh, I'll do as I'm told then. Just bring me more Pop-Tarts. So there we go, there's a rest. I won't go on a rant about the unbelievable hypocrisy of the last 2 days, the lunacy of the biggest Ukraine flag wavers suddenly being insistent that the wars have nothing to do with them and everybody who the military's been antagonising and insulting for the last 5 years, they should go and do the fighting. Yeah, you, the skeptics, you should be going and doing the fighting. I should just stay home where it's safe and you keep getting fed by your tax money. Yeah, that's fair. But this video illustrates what I'm talking about. It's all linked. The programming we're getting constantly. Nothing's your fault. Don't stand on your own 2 feet. Make excuses for the sick, lame and lazy. Be a big fatty and we'll take care of you. Don't buy it for a second. They want you to be a loser because losers do as they're told. So eat healthy, go to the gym, get a good night's sleep and wake up full of beans like I do every day, ready to say to anyone that asks, Klaus Schwab or Ursula von Scheisse or Rishi Soon Twat or any of the rest of them, do one. I want nothing from you. I don't like you. I don't want anything from you. And I'm a better man than you. So do one. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think I'm being a bit harsh to a couple with more chins than the Chinese telephone directory? Let me know in the comments. As usual, thanks for watching. See you all very soon. Cheers.